How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Monday Bible study. So I got this into King James. Let me load this in the New Living real quick. Let's go ahead and do the watered down New Living just to help us, again, easier for us to understand. And if we run into problems with the New Living, we, of course, go to the King James. If it still doesn't sound like what we know in context, we then take it to the Greek. But when I was informed of the plot to kill him, I immediately sent him on to you. I have told his accusers to bring their charges before you. So that night, as ordered, the soldiers took Paul as far as Antipatris. They returned to the fortresses in the next morning, while the mounted troops took him on Caesarea. When they arrived in Caesarea, they presented Paul and the letter to the governor, Felix. He read it and then asked Paul what province he was from. Cilicia, Paul answered. I will hear your case myself when your accusers arrive, the governor told him. Then the governor ordered him kept in prison at Herod's headquarters. Excuse me. All right, chapter 24. Paul appears before Felix 5 days later. Ananias, the high priest, arrived with some of the Jewish elders and the lawyer Tertullus. Well, my name's Tully, so Tertullus, got it, to present their case against Paul to the governor. When Paul was called in, Tertullus presented the charges against Paul in the following address to the governor. You have provided a long period of peace for us Jews, and with foresight have enacted reforms for us. So this is just the very beginning of the diatribe of Tertullus. Let's move on to the book of Daniel, and let's sort of round out this end times prophecy. And we really got into this yesterday, so make sure you watch yesterday's study. Really, the whole Daniel 2 study, but really just start at the beginning of the Daniel study on the playlist. And wheresoever, I'm sorry, y'all, I've been so busy with another study that my eyes are crossed. And wheresoever the children of men dwell, the beasts of the field and the fowls of the heaven have he given into thine hand, and have made thee ruler over them all. Thou art this head of gold. So this was the first Babylonian kingdom, and Nebuchadnezzar is this Babylonian ruler. He is the head of gold. After thee shall arise another kingdom inferior to thee, and another third kingdom of brass, which shall bear rule over all the earth. Let's bring up the photo one more time. So there's the image, and of course Nebuchadnezzar is the head of gold. Then will come, and they sort of become less and less dominant on the earth. So that's what it means, inferior to thee. So the Babylonian was the best. It was the first, and it ruled the whole earth. So when it says inferior, it's not because it's inferior as to Babylon itself, because the Medes and Persians come in and defeat Babylon. Now, this is after Nebuchadnezzar. So, but the Medes and the Persians come in and defeat the Babylonians and take over the earth. But it is said that the Medes and the Persians are not as strong, even though they took over Babylon, defeated them, took them over, because it means in the overall weakness concerning control of the whole earth. So when it says, shall arise another kingdom inferior to thee, well, it defeats the Babylonian kingdom, but yet it says it's inferior to the Babylonian kingdom. And that's talking about in scope. And another third kingdom of brass, which shall bear rule over all the earth. And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdue all things, and as iron that breaketh all these, shall it break in pieces and bruise. And whereas thou sawest the feet and the toes, part of potter's clay, remember Romans 9, the potter's clay represents humans, and part of iron, which of course is technology, the machinery. And we know that the ghost is in the machine as artificial intelligence. And we prove that on my playlist, which I've shown y'all many times. I guess since we are right now in this study, let's go to it just to make sure. I will put it in the description. When you TS Daily Bible Studies, click playlist, come down to artificial intelligence is the ghost in the machine, mark of the beast.
The difference between the machines we build.
Yeah, and I had it sped up because I was listening to my own video. I got it 1.75 now. I got it really fast.
And
oh, the video is sped up. Okay. I was wondering. So anyway, I'll make sure this is in the comments. It's only got 31 views. Probably it's the best video you would ever see that we've ever been able to come across that completely explains that artificial intelligence is the ghost in the machine and does end up relating to the mark of the beast. And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron. We already said, okay, so the potter's clay and part of iron. The kingdom shall be divided because it's fallen angels and humans, but there shall be in it the strength of iron, fallen angels, and the technology, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with the miry clay, and as the toes of the feet were part iron and part clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. So the humans are dying off. So there's your partly broken part, partly strong in that the fallen angels are taken over the human body and using the human body as an avatar. And that's deeply, it's on a deeper level, more explained here. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, so now it's the technology, fallen angels mixed with the humans, it says specific, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men. Like I told you, they take over the human body and use it as an avatar, more than likely altering the DNA through this process. They shall not cleave to one another because the human host will die off. See the movie Venom and the movie The Exorcist, where the girl was about to die also. Even as the iron is not mixed with clay. In these days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. So that's God's kingdom that will dwell on the earth, and then we'll move to more of a, after 1,000 years, to more of a heavenly, or to what we know as heaven. Love you very much. Ask questions anytime. That's what I'm here for.